Max Weinbach's post is only one word long. Interesting. But the 4 screenshots attached to it tell a much bigger story. They show OpenAI pushing Codex from a coding model into a full product surface. In one frame, Codex asks whether you want a basic interface or an advanced one. In another, it looks like a full desktop command center with projects, threads, pull requests, automations, skills, and a browser built in. And by the end, you can see settings for ambient suggestions and custom config. So this video is a proper review of what changed, what each screenshot reveals, and how it lines up with OpenAI's own Codex docs, landing page, and official review workflow material. The first screenshot is the cleanest clue. Codex now asks, how would you like Codex to look, then offers a basic mode and an advanced mode. Basic is described as the same tools with a simpler interface. Advanced is described as being for coding and development. That matters because it suggests OpenAI is segmenting the product by task complexity instead of leaving everyone in one power user layout. The second and third screenshots show what the advanced side is aiming for. You can see a project sidebar, thread history, plugins, pull requests, automations, and Scratchpad. You can also see model controls, local environment context, and browser tabs like Summary, Review, and Browser. This is not just a chat box with code generation. It is a workspace designed to keep planning, editing, reviewing, and browser inspection inside the same agent flow. Now look closer at the middle screenshots. One frame shows Codex with a live browser pointed at Google. Another shows the browser pointed at localhost, with an inline comment box sitting directly on top of the page. That is a big product signal. It means the app is trying to collapse the usual handoff between coding, checking the UI, and leaving review notes. Instead of bouncing between your editor, your browser, and a separate review tool, Codex appears to keep those steps together. OpenAI's landing page reinforces that reading. The page calls the Codex app a command center for agentic coding. It talks about built-in work trees, cloud environments, and agents working in parallel across projects. It also shows 3 connected surfaces: start in the Codex app, move to your editor, and keep going in the terminal. So the screenshots are not random UI mockups. They line up with the product story OpenAI is already publishing. The review workflow is where this gets more concrete. OpenAI's official Codex use case page for GitHub reviews says Codex can surface regressions, missing tests, and documentation issues directly on a pull request. The starter prompt is simple: at Codex review for security regressions, missing tests, and risky behavior changes. Then, if Codex finds something worth fixing, the follow-up prompt can be at Codex fix it. In OpenAI's official code review video, they frame this as one of the most important workflows for engineering teams because human verification is the bottleneck as coding agents generate more output. So when the leaked screenshots show a review tab, a browser panel, a view PR action, and inline comments on a local page, that is not a separate experiment. It matches the official direction almost exactly. Codex is being shaped into a review-aware engineering product, not only a code writer. The fourth screenshot adds another important layer: ambient suggestions. The setting says Codex can generate project-aware suggestions in the background and display them above the new thread composer. Under that, you can see custom config.toml settings. This lines up with the best practices docs, where OpenAI keeps pushing the same pattern: give Codex durable guidance, make tasks explicit, reuse instructions with AGENTS.md, and turn repeated work into skills and automations. The docs say Codex works best when you treat it less like a one-off assistant and more like a teammate you configure over time. That is exactly what these product changes imply. Basic versus advanced changes the surface. Ambient suggestions change when help appears. AGENTS.md, skills, MCP, and automations change how much context the system carries forward. Put together, this is a product trying to remember how your team builds, not just answer one prompt at a time. So what actually changed here? The biggest change is not visual polish. It is product scope. Codex is moving from a coding assistant into a work surface that spans intake, execution, review, and ongoing background work. The landing page now highlights real engineering jobs like building features, migrations, PR reviews, issue triage, alert monitoring, and CI and CD. The screenshots back that up with visible UI for threads, automations, skills, local environments, browser review, and review comments. The basic mode lowers the entry barrier. The advanced mode makes room for serious coding workflows. The browser and review panels shrink the gap between writing and checking. And ambient suggestions push Codex toward being continuously useful even before you type. That combination is what makes the tweet feel important. It is not just a redesign. It looks like OpenAI is packaging Codex as a real operating environment for software teams. So the short version is this. Max Weinbach's post gave us the first clear look at a more complete Codex app. OpenAI's own landing page, docs, and review video fill in the missing context. Basic versus advanced suggests role-based entry points. Browser and review tabs suggest tighter UI validation loops. Ambient suggestions and config support suggest longer-lived, more personalized workflows. And the official review docs show exactly how OpenAI wants Codex used inside real engineering teams. If more of this rolls out publicly, Codex stops looking like a single tool and starts looking like a full coding environment. That is why this tiny teaser matters.